I hope you can answer to, like, I both ask as a let's say ignorant ignorant sadhaka, and that's why I'm asking you this. What is the significance of Rudraksha? And could you elaborate on that theme of Rudraksha, and why is it that some are wearing the Rudraksha? Uh, yes, thank you.
Okay. Now, let's discuss Rudraksha first and not the actual Rudraksha. Because the meaning of the word Rudraksha is the eye of Rudra. Aksha, eye. Rudra, the destroyer, Shiva. So, Shiva in his fairy aspect is Rudra. You know, the Rudram hymns are there. So, Rudraksha actually means the eye of Shiva. Therefore, from the mystical point of view, yogic point of view, Rudraksh is no different from the Ajna, which is the eye of Shiva. This is the real Rudraksh. Okay. However, there is a Rudraksha tree that grows. It may not grow in Finland because of the winter. It's very cold. So, but in India it grows, Rudraksha grows, not in the Himalayas, but little down in the plains and the foothills. And the Rudraksha tree has a fruit which dries and you get the seed. This is called the Rudraksha because Shiva is supposed to be wearing a garland made of Rudrakshas, of that seed. So it has two meanings. One is that it is the Ajna. Second, Shiva depicted as the perfect yogi. Shiva is also Yogiraj, the king of all yogis. He is also Nataraj, the king of all dancers. So he wears only one garland, and that is the garland from the Rudraksha tree, according to the Shiva Purana. No other garland. He wears either a snake or a Rudraksh. So therefore, connecting Shiva's third eye to the Rudraksha that Shiva wears as a garland, as a necklace, the Rudraksha has acquired a certain holiness, a certain respect in India from ancient times. So therefore, since most people don't have the Rudraksha opened here, they at least wear the Rudraksha on their necks. But what you should remember is that since Rudraksha is Shiva, associated with Shiva, it's generally worn by monks, sannyasins, generally, because it is supposed to be Rudra, destroyer. So it may destroy all your earthly things and give you only the spiritual. So therefore, generally it's worn only by people who have given up the world, and live a life of like a yogis. And it does have a certain effect when you meditate, especially if it has been blessed by somebody who has some spiritual understanding. Now here is where there is a little difference between an ordinary bead and a Rudraksha. In my experience, my understanding, if you have some energy in you, suppose which you are able to transfer, if, big if you do, if you hold a Rudraksha in your hands, it absorbs more than any other substance that I know of. It does. Therefore, when a yogi, guru or a teacher gives it to a disciple, then it is charged more than an ordinary piece of wood or any other. The problem here, It's not a problem, but human beings can make problems out of no problems. And yeah, and that is, since it's associated with Shiva, the destroyer, Rudra, Vaishnavites don't wear Rudraksha because they worship Krishna, who is Mahavishnu, and they consider Rudraksha to be inauspicious, and therefore they wear Tulsi Mala. Tulsi. You try and make a Vaishnavite to wear Rudraksh, they will refuse to do it. They will not wear it because they are associated with Shiva, who lives in the cremation grounds, who rubs the ashes of dead bodies on his face. So it's, while Tulsi is supposed to be auspicious because Tulsi malas were worn by Krishna. But I personally don't distinguish between Krishna, Shiva, Narayana. See, it's one source from which all this have happened. And believe me, there are Shaivites, people who worship Shiva in India, who will not go to a Vishnu temple. I have seen this happen. So it's all foolish actually. It's all artificial theories which we don't have to go into. According to me, there is one supreme reality. Could be manifested as Shiva, Vishnu. You can choose what you want because according to your nature. So let me sum up with this Rudraksha thing. So if you find a good Rudraksha, unfortunately today much of the Rudrakshas sold are wood Rudrakshas made in machines to look like Rudrakshas. So you should even know about a Rudraksh. If you have a glass of water and if you put a Rudraksh there, if it is a real Rudraksh, it will sink. If it is manufactured, it will float because it is wood. So if it is a real Rudraksh, then it is a good thing to wear it because you are all yogis in some way and Yogiraj wears a Rudraksh, so it's a good thing to wear it. And if you can get it charged and take it, it's good, even better. Now one little trick, which is even if it's not been blessed by anybody, the Rudraksh, and if it is a real one, original one, keep it in when you meditate in your ajna for some time, every day. Then after some time it will get charged by itself. It may not be that, but it's still charged.